Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 12th, I think. I don't know. It'll be in the title. You have this new life card and this Y card, and so you could be stepping into a new direction or a new life. By the way, my overhead camera is dead, so I ordered a new one. We have a new one coming. Typical retrograde, am I right? But anyway, it looks like in your, this first row is your just current general energies, and it looks to me like you are kind of like stepping into a new life. I feel like the Y card though is saying that you're like no longer asking why. So it could be a weird retrograde because normally during retrogrades we kind of think about the past and like why things happened or why things went a certain way, and that does not have to only be love. That could be why like didn't a business idea work out or why didn't your career work out. So normally people ask a lot of those questions, but kind of like my intuition here is that you are not asking those questions, and that you are kind of like moving past the things that you've dealt with, or you're just kind of like moving on to a new time. Because again, that card, what did that other card say? New life on it. And this lady is like being lifted up on a pedestal on this card, so she's like being lifted up into a new life, and that's what I feel for you. You have the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Wands coming up in the first row. So I would be careful of the past. The Wheel of Fortune is one of the only cards that I do consider to be a card of like an ex coming back. I don't like the Wheel of Fortune for that, so I'm not saying you should accept anyone back. To me, this just represents kind of like repeating a cycle or repeating something that's going on here. And hold on one second. It's a Pisces reading, so we have to have the fish up, right? But I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you don't want to repeat a cycle. Again, you have the Devil. You go Devil, Five of Pentacles, and the Tower. And so again, I would be careful if you have anyone coming back into your life that is, coming back because their life is a mess. I think Pisces can get into situations where it's like you want to help, so you want to help a person whose life is a mess, but then it makes your life a mess. And, I believe that, Pisces karma is to learn not to do that, right? And so the Wheel of Fortune is all about karma, and all about making sure that you don't repeat mistakes. Literally the solution to the Wheel of Fortune is to double down on the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff, right? And that's what I feel like this is saying that you need to do. You have the Devil. You go Devil, Three of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles to the Three of Wands in your first diagonal here, if you can imagine it. Sorry. But what I would say here is that, this could represent habits that are kind of like getting in the way of your work. So I think that, it's kind of like you have a choice. You can, you can allow things to kind of get in the way of the work that you're doing, or you can develop better habits. And I think it's an amazing time for Pisces to focus on the habits that they have, and to develop habits that are more effective in their life, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. It does look to me like there is going to be some sort of work change coming in for you, and we're going to clarify. We'll see exactly what this is talking about. But right next to the Tower, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is showing up in the good stuff. So it kind of tells me that your work is about to become more fun, actually, or that you are about to enjoy yourself a lot more in regards to the work that you do. And this could be because you're developing better habits. You have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about following your enthusiasm, and so the Page of Wands is just simply excited for his journey, and he needs to kind of like go on that journey so he can find out what's on the other side. And so a lot of you could be kind of like going on a new journey. A lot of the stuff that I see for you at this time, Pisces, especially, I didn't see it really until I started doing the August readings for you, is that you could be doing a lot of things where you are removing yourself from situations, or again, this could be like your work situation, getting a new job, or, doing something different. And I really feel it's time for you to make sure that the things you're doing are like more fun, not so much of like a grind. I think that if you're grinding, that you're going to experience the Tower. I feel like if you're getting into the Pisces flow, then you're going to experience good things. With the Devil, you have the Knight of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups can be a knight in shining armor. I still don't know, just based off your reading. I wish you could see this. Of course you can't, because I want to show it to you, right? But, it's not really a love reading, and there's a lot of work cards and things like that. The Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. But the Knight of Cups can also represent getting to work on your dream. And again, we go down from the Knight of Cups and the Devil to the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So I think that you manifesting a dream here on Earth would be a much better idea for you with that, Knight of Cups energy. With the Wheel of Fortune, you cannot make this up. You have the Devil. I would definitely be careful of any like past things coming back. This could also be, again, past bad habits as well. It doesn't have to be a person. And I feel like this is saying you can completely avoid, a challenging cycle, or you can completely avoid a toxic cycle that, maybe this is a habit that you had or something like that by, just paying attention and getting rid of it. I would also avoid situations that are like stealing your energy. I always think of the Devil as like an energy vampire. He has these bat wings on his back here. And so it kind of represents an energy vampire, things that are kind of like stealing your energy. And ending with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is really about kind of balancing your energy. He's juggling. He's spinning plates. He's doing too much. And he needs to like focus on work and play. He needs to do both. With the Page of Wands, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords is like knowledge and wisdom. And so I feel like you've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom moving forward that could make you very successful. In the next row for what is coming in for you, you have this alpaca. It says purposefulness, willpower, and stamina. You have this rat. It says shrewdness, reproduction, and agility. So you're going to have to move very quickly at this time is kind of like what this looks like to me. The Eight of Pentacles is very purposeful. That alpaca card says purposefulness on it. The Eight of Pentacles, he's only working on like one thing, and he's very, very focused on what he is working on, and he's not allowing anything to get in the way. He's not allowing anything to kind of stop him from working on what he's working on. So you start here with the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like you don't have enough. To me, it's a card that says do not pay attention to your weaknesses. The Five of Pentacles, the solution to the Five of Pentacles is to focus on your strengths. And so I feel like you need to focus on what you're good at. You also have this rat card, and rats, what's popping into my head is that, rats are very intelligent. And so I feel like you need to use your Pisces genius as well to kind of like improve things in your life. And, I really can't wait to see what kind of like clarifies that tower, or even any of the cards around it, because I think that will give us a better idea of the change that you could be making. The other thing is, Jupiter in your fourth, you could be moving. The tower can just be a move. Next, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of about putting in the work. It's about mastering a craft. And he needs to kind of look up and see all the work that he has done. He has accomplished a lot, but sometimes I think we need to put the amount of work that we've done into perspective, because when we back up and we see what we've accomplished, it really kind of makes the next thing that we're about to work on much more possible, because we're like, oh, I've already, done a lot of work on XYZ, and, this next thing that I want to do is much easier than I think that it could be. So I think that for a lot of you. The other thing I'm noticing here, by the way, in your reading is a lot of clarity. Your next card is the Seven of Wands, and so they both have clear skies, behind them, basically. And also you have the Five of Cups, there's clear skies on the Five of Cups. You have the Two of Pentacles, there's clear skies on the Five of Pentacles. And your very last card is the Queen of Swords, and she has clouds only halfway up her body. So there's definitely something about clarity, or you gaining clarity on a situation. It's jumping out at me, and I like, normally I never pay attention to that stuff, but it is kind of jumping out at me. Even you could say the Three of Wands, right next to this Seven of Wands, he has clear skies. The Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, almost has clear skies. So, again, I think that this could be a week of clarity for you. The Seven of Wands is a card of feeling like you're not ready to do something. That's kind of what's popping into my head for you, Pisces. He has a shoe here and a boot over here, and it kind of represents the fact that he feels like he rushed out of a house and he wasn't really ready to to defend his position. And so a lot of you might feel like you're in a time where you're kind of being pushed into doing things, or you feel like you're not ready, but really the secret of the Seven of Wands is you are. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be attracting new love. I'm still not convinced. I still don't know how I feel on this intuitively, and I just say how I feel in these readings. That's how it works, but I still don't know how I feel yet at this point. Could be something new coming in for you. Lovers traditionally was new love. Lovers traditionally is also really a card of being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. And, with the tower right next to it, sometimes I feel with the tower because obviously if you're watching this before the week, this hasn't happened yet. And tarot is just loose guidance at best. And as I always say, if it hasn't happened yet, then you can avoid it. And so, a lot of the times I feel that when we have a choice to make and the tower, like the tower shows up, it's basically the universe saying, if you don't make a choice, I'm going to make a choice for you. So don't let the universe make a choice for you, right? If you're trying to choose between two paths, the lovers typically says pick the new path. It's not always true. You're going to have to assess your own situation. But what I would say is usually if you're leaning in a new direction, like in work or business or your career, the new choice is always like the best choice. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles, very focused on your resources. Again, there's love showing up, but I really feel this is kind of like a resource reading where you might be more focused on increasing your resources, making more money. It's like you're doing things to improve your finances. She is very focused on the pentacle. She's not focusing on this rabbit here. The rabbit can represent, fertility and abundance, but it can also represent like fears and anxiety. But, the whole point of the card is that she is choosing to focus on the pentacle. She's not focusing on the anxiety, right? So she's focusing on her resources and what she can do. So who knows, with the tower, everybody had the tower almost in the mid-monthly or the August bonus readings I did. And, then we had the stock market collapse thing go on. Today is the 6th, I think. So like on the 5th or the 4th, I think it was, that we had the stock market drop. So who knows? The tower could just be, a global thing that's happening as well. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says allow people to help you. The Seven of Wands, he's kind of doing things all on his own. And the Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So for a lot of you, I feel like working on a team would be a good idea. I also feel it's an amazing time for Pisces in particular to display their skills. So, show the world what you are made of is what the Three of Pentacles is saying. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this gift card. It says someone will be giving you a gift or helping you in some way. Again, Three of Pentacles. There definitely, could be some solid assistance coming in for you. It says you have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Eight of Pentacles, right? So I think that, it says here, you're sitting on your gifts and talents. Believe that you're meant to be great. There is something here about your beliefs. And again, that Eight of Pentacles, I was saying, back up and see how much you've done. I think you're much more capable than you realize. You have this real estate card. It says any dealings in real estate will be profitable at this time. Tower, you also have it also says build a solid foundation prior to building several stories above it. Tower always gets reduced down to its foundation, and then you always rebuild it stronger. So, but it also says real estate. And again, the tower can just be a move, or it could represent you moving in some way. You have the Tower, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands. I kind of get the feeling that the Tower moment is something that's happened. So again, I would be careful of returning to the past or, kind of like going back to something that's already been reduced down to a foundation. I would keep moving forward with this energy for sure. I also do feel that there could be kind of like there could be a light bulb moment for you this week. Again, we're going to clarify. We'll see what comes up. But I do get that feeling that there could be almost like an awakening moment coming in for you this week. You have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups represents regrets and sadness, and he is grieving the loss of these three cups. But if he turns around and sees these two cups, he gets the bridge and the castle. So the Five of Cups is really about kind of like turning around and seeing what you do have. And I do feel a lot of you kind of need to turn around and see what you do have in your life, because, being grateful will help you to keep moving forward more or less. I also feel like some of you need to just remove yourself from something that really is not great, with that Devil card. So it could be a person that's trying to come back. And the Five of Cups is like, yeah, but it's like, I kind of feel like you've already grieved this and it's time to move forward. Your next card is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands basically says the same thing. Three of Wands really says, what are you waiting for? And, kind of like I said earlier, if you don't make a change, the universe will make it for you. And, the story of the Three of Wands is that he thinks he can't do something. He's looking at this water and it's golden in color, but there are those three boats on the water. And when he looks closer, he thinks he's looking at the desert, but when he looks closer, he realizes that he's looking at water. So again, I think that you might be looking at something in your life that you want to do, and you might be thinking, like, oh, this won't be very successful, or this isn't going to go anywhere. But if you look closer, there might be more below the surface, or there might be more of an opportunity than you realize. And I kind of feel that the Three of Wands is saying, something might deserve a closer look. And, I feel like just looking at the cards here, I feel it could be like a new opportunity. For most of you, I feel like with the Tower, it's probably something that you're already thinking about doing. So if you have like a business idea or a project idea, it's probably something that you're already like kind of have been thinking about. You have that new life card, so it's probably something that has to do with creating a new life. Yeah, with the Tower, you have the Six of Swords. I think you're moving on from something. I feel like this, damn it, I knew I was going to try to do it too. There, Pisces. I told myself, don't hit button number 3, and I did it anyway. But I think with the Tower and the Six of Swords that you are just moving away from the Tower. The Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. And so I feel like you're just, moving on to calmer shores after a past Tower moment. With the Five of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, definitely don't repeat something. Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare, so I do feel that this is saying there's no need to repeat something that you've already ended, and the whole entire reading is pretty much warning against repeating something. With the Three of Wands, you have the Moon. The Moon is your card, Pisces, so pretty good. I like when people, I don't care that it's a moon. I like when people show up as themselves. It really puts you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to get what you want from the reading. The Moon is a period of indecision or lack of clarity, but the Moon says you're going in the right direction. It's part of the Fool's journey. He has to make it to these mountains at the end. And if he does that, then he will be successful. So I would definitely do that. The other thing that I'm getting here, Pisces, is that you should trust your intuition. Like, let's say you meet a new person this week, right? But they're giving off a lot of warning signs. I do, like, this reading is saying, trust it, right? Don't make the same mistake again. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Bat Spirit says a rebirth is assured. The Tower could just say you've had the Tower moment, you're going through a rebirth. You have this Porcupine Spirit says time for a beginner mind. You have the new life card as well. So clearly you're about to enter into a new stage, which, really I think your astrology is all about right now, is you kind of leveling up or you stepping into a new stage of life. Probably something that's like much more fun. You have the Two of Pentacles in the good stuff. The Two of Pentacles in the good stuff says that you are, kind of balancing work and play a little bit better. And the Two of Pentacles, is a clue card to me. I have a couple cards in the tarot that I consider clue cards. It's not like their traditional meaning, but it can mean something else. And the Two of Pentacles to me can be a settlement from the universe. So, it can kind of be like a gift. And you had this gift card over here. So it seems to me like you could be getting almost like a settlement from the universe. This could be like, more money. It could be whatever gift you're hoping for. And I think it's because maybe you are passing a test or you're getting to the other side of something. You have the High Priestess. High Priestess definitely says, your card, again, showing up in a very strong position. High Priestess says, trust your intuition. Trust your future vision as well. She has these 3 stages to the moon on her crown, and it says that she sees the beginning and the middle and the end of any situation before she enters into it. So, trust your foresight is what that's saying. You also have the Queen of Swords. What I think is really interesting about the Queen of Swords is that, her back is to the entire reading. She's only facing into the future. And so I feel that, this is kind of saying being more future focused and, realizing that the past is the past. And we're not even talking about love. I'm talking about everything in your life and really being excited for the future in this new life that could be coming in for you. This new life could be the gift that you are receiving. So I feel like things are about to change. Yeah, with the Two of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success, quick conclusion, moving very quickly. Even if you do have, you have the Tower to the Eight of Wands. And so even if you do have a Tower moment or have had a Tower moment, the Eight of Wands would be like the quick, change that you're making to improve your situation. Yeah, with the High Priestess, you have the Queen of Swords again. So basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. And with the Queen of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a gift from the universe. So the Six of Cups can definitely represent like innocence, nostalgia, thinking about the past. But the Six of Cups is also usually like a turnaround. So if you've been experiencing obstacles or challenges, in your life, and I have the hiccups now, then the Six of Cups can say there's a turnaround coming. You have this adaptability card. Yeah, being flexible. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of flexibility, believe it or not. You have 4 fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, show up on the Wheel of Fortune. But the solution, again, to the Wheel of Fortune is to kind of be flexible to get into that Pisces flow, which I think I said at the beginning of the reading. You have this concentration card, Eight of Pentacles for sure. I feel that your best friend this week could be your concentration, like coming up with a plan and sticking to a plan based off of whatever you're working on and seeing it through to the end and just being concentrated, right? I think that would be really good for you. You have this resistance card. Yeah, all the resistance that you're feeling is the newness, basically, and also not being sure. And so I think I think you've been feeling resistance for a long time, like especially for those of you that have been trying to start something new or trying to create a new life. I think that it's almost like you think of the things that you want to do, and you do know. The Eight of Pentacles tells me, and you have several cards here that really tell me that you are very intelligent and skilled. You have the Rat card, which is, again, intelligence. They're very intelligent animals. You have this other card somewhere that I think said intelligence or something like that, whatever that was. But whatever, it doesn't matter. The whole point is that I feel like you have the knowledge and wisdom, but then you kind of like doubt yourself, and I feel like overcoming that self-doubt is going to be important for you at this time. Yeah, you have this Power card. Yeah, Pisces are definitely gaining in power over the next several years, so it wouldn't surprise me if you were focused on, building something that makes you stand out, or, that New Life card, she is sitting on this pedestal here, and so it wouldn't surprise me if you were doing something that kind of like puts you on a pedestal, right, or lifts you up, and I think that would be a good idea as well. And finally, you have this eccentricity card. Nothing is going to happen like it happens for other people to you. So I think you need to realize that your path is eccentric and different and is not going to be like anybody else's. So, again, go on that path. But I really feel that there could be kind of like a surprise gift coming in for you here, and it's probably once you get going on your new ideas. But there you go, Pisces. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.